Chambers. And Fletcher Chambers. On behalf of both of them, I first wanted to thank you all for being here to share in this very special day. And by your presence, you are all celebrating the love that Carolyn and Fletcher have found together, and you're supporting the commitment that they are making. I was incredibly, deeply honored when they asked me to officiate this wedding. I took this commitment very seriously. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
However, there were a number of difficulties in order for me to officiate a wedding. First, we are in the state of Pennsylvania, and according to Pennsylvania law, they would require me to become a priest, a rabbi, or a government official in order to ordain a wedding. As I didn't want to become a rabbi, and the other options were not viable for me, Carolyn opted, and Fletcher opted, for a non-traditional wedding union today. So this wedding is actually later going to be made official by a justice of the peace. And I was just told that someone wanted to shop at Justice when I said that. Are you guys okay? Oh, we have one pause for one moment. I told you this was going to be an unusual, slightly informal ceremony. You know what, I was going to ask you about that, and I got so very distracted.
Turning it off. Just, you updating your data?
Thank you so much.
Anyone else need to go to the bathroom?
Bathroom breaks, hurry up, now, everybody. All right, well, while she's out of the room, I will talk about my second challenge that I faced, and that was religion. Okay, I am Jewish, and I am marrying a Christian bride to a Buddhist groom. Fletcher actually told me earlier, this really does sound like the beginning of a good joke. So this challenge actually soon became a blessing. I was given the unique opportunity to bring together some pearls of wisdom from multitudes of beliefs and traditions, and I only wove a little bit of it into this today. So writing this ceremony, I felt kind of like a kid in a candy store. And the third and most challenging part of this ceremony was to accurately personalize it. As we will discuss, many of us were witness to Carolyn and Fletcher, very much witness to them becoming their courtship as it all developed very publicly online. For me to accurately convey what was occurring between the two of them, I had to pour through years and years and years of electronic history. It was a ridiculous number of hours of work, but thank goodness Facebook recently changed to their timeline format. It really helped. So despite these difficulties, here we all are today. I proudly stand in front of the two of you, your pairs of children, one slightly out in the bathroom, but so this may not be a typical wedding ceremony, but I am giving it to you from my heart. I also have to mention that the ceremony would be incomplete without incorporating how the electronic world contributed to the love that we are witnessing here today. Anyone here who is averse to social networking, I apologize in advance. This actually includes my own husband, who is standing behind the camera there, and he hates it all. And from what I understand, actually, one of the parents of the happy couple is slightly averse to this too. Yay, welcome back, we missed you.
Hi, Shannon.
Hi.
But even those who are opposed to the never-ending emails, texts, Skypes, and Facebook posts of today's world certainly can't disagree that these 21st century communications are a bit more appealing when we see what's standing in front of me here today. I'd be happy to debate this with any of you over a glass of wine after the ceremony. So I decided that the marriage of Carolyn and Fletcher will be analogous to a three-legged race. Marriage is like trying to keep your balance, walking forward side by side, in step with one another, while carrying along 4 young daughters, 2 cats, and a wonder poodle. Yet each of you is making choices about every step you take. You need to keep the rhythm in your steps, or you will lose your balance. And trust me, as a girl with a balance problem, you don't want that to happen. You are separate individuals learning to walk down one Minnesota path. It's through patience, caring, forgiveness, and a bit of humor you will be able to nurture this three-legged race. Marriage is certainly not easy. Carolyn and Fletcher, your marriage won't be based on any Minnesota law or any Pennsylvania union or a Jewish woman's ceremony today. It will be based on your hearts, your souls, and your dedication to one another. So a little bit of background. As many of you know, I am what is called a shadchan. That is the Hebrew word for a person who seeks out suitable marriage partners. Now, in other words, I'm a matchmaker. Now, no, this is not my chosen career. It was just a very fortunate accident. So what I want to do now is travel back in time. So everybody come with me. We are going back to the 1980s. Carolyn, Fletcher, and I all attended high school together. I was friends with each of them through the music program, but their paths barely crossed with each other's. If you prefer, you can blame me for that, but we all graduated high school and we went our separate ways. Now, fast forward with me to the summer, let's say, of 2008. Now we're in 2008.
Skip me.
We're in 1980. Now you're in 2008. So on August 16th of 2008, the first to start what you see in front of you today was Fletcher, and he joined Facebook. And just 6 days later, Carolyn joined Facebook. And lagging behind the masses, I, Lisa Epstein, joined in October of 2008. Thanks to much cajoling by a friend of mine who is here today. And within 2 days, I had friended both of you. I hadn't spoken to either one of you since high school. And that had been a long time, and we've spent a long time catching up. I had numerous discussions with both of you about the challenges that you had faced in your lives. I empathized with the harsh realities that life had handed you. Near-death situations, bad relationships, to say the least, children's health issues, lousy jobs, financial challenges. Carolyn and Fletcher were enduring difficult times in their lives. They were seeking solace and meaning in their lives. I separately tried to support and entertain each of them. I admittedly tortured them. I tortured your parents, just so you know. I posted ridiculous high school pictures of them all over Facebook. Then I tried cheering up Fletcher by sending him some good karma. And I tried sharing medical advice with Carolyn. Then, realizing the parallels in their lives, I suggested that each of them friend each other on Facebook. Carolyn's comments to me were actually kind of amusing. She sent me a note. She said, "Oh, I do remember that Fletcher guy. Wasn't he a band geek like the rest of us? What instrument did he play? Wait a minute, I remember he was sort of a funny guy. Tell him I said hi, and I'd love to talk to him about his experiences." And that's how it all began. So the two began to slowly bond. Now fast forward in time again to the year 2010 in mid-July. That's when the texting and the flirtation began. They went on their first date August 27th, 2010, and a long-distance romance began. The distance never felt quite so far, thanks to our electronic world. They kept it under wraps for a short while. However, after enough Facebook postings, many of us caught on. I managed to poke both of them actually during one of their dates. And if you don't know what poke means, I promise you that is a rated G comment that has to do with Facebook. I'll talk to you about it later. Carolyn and Fletcher's kept me posted while their relationship grew. And in November of 2010, Carolyn sent me this amazing note. You told me to let you know when Fletcher and I shared an affirmation of affection. No, it's not what you think. Well, we are completely into one another. And I affirmed, here's what it was, the big L word. You know what the big L word is, girls? Love.
Oh, okay.
Over the weekend. I cannot believe how lucky I am to be with such a wonderful guy that is so compatible and in sync with me and me for him. So thank you for your part in all of this. So Fletcher, he gave me the honor of actually seeing Carolyn's engagement ring before he gave it to her. And then he had divulged the specific timing of the proposal before she knew. So I was like in the background of all of this. Carolyn even asked for me to approve her wedding dress before she bought it. Are you going to keep doing this for years to come?
What are your rates?
Yeah, I haven't charged anything. So we all have watched your relationship blossom. We watched your Facebook relationship statuses emerge from it's complicated to in a relationship to engaged. Over the years, we've seen a blur of like bombing, cat bombing, platypuses, bike rides, flowers, Wegmans visits,
Oh, yeah, Wegmans.
kung fu, visits to justice, ukuleles, Jersey Shore references, nicknames, and even the recent and never-ending references to Afro Circus, and if we do that today, I'm not going to be happy. We all prayed things would go well when you put your 7, 8, 9, and 10-year-old girls together for the first time. You are now 8, 9, 10, and 11. I, for one, saw the incredible transitions that you both underwent. Carolyn, I was absolutely stunned when I saw you, how your personality had totally transformed when you started to date Fletcher. You were like such a different person. It was amazing to me. And Fletcher, you gained this infectious enthusiasm for life, just like I had seen when you were back in high school. So after 37,000 torturous airline miles, at least 40,000 texts, and countless Facebook postings, here we are. And I need a quick drink. In fact, I heard Facebook bought a massive 10,000 square foot storage space, a data warehouse, just for the Chambers Richards courtship. Given that Rush is one of your very favorite bands, I thought it would be appropriate to share a verse. Like a million little doorways, all the choices we made, all the stages we passed through, all the roles we played. For so many different directions, our separate paths might have turned. With every door we opened, every bridge that we burned, somehow we found each other through all that masquerade. Somehow we found each other. Somehow we have stayed in a state of grace. Carolyn and Fletcher, it was a long and complicated and high-tech path, but the two of you make each other so obviously joyful. I dare say it was worth every moment that led you to find each other. They all want to read with me very badly. They know their part's coming. All right, so I have to acknowledge a few other people in attendance here today. First, I want to recognize the parents of the bride. Everybody wave and salute the bride. Bob and Gloria Richards. Carolyn and Fletcher first wanted to thank you for all of the love, the support, and the nurturing that you have provided throughout the years.
Pleasure.
Thank you for being Carolyn's first teachers about the possibilities of love. You should take great pride in the strength and courage that you instilled in your daughter, enabling her to find her path to the new family she's making today. What does that mean?
I took her to her first Rush concert.
You took her to her first Rush concert. Now that explains it all. That's amazing. Okay, and second, we have another important couple that we have to recognize, and that is essential. And who will that be?
My grandparents?
It is your grandparents.
Yay, I win.
But well, before I mention the grandparents, I have to mention that today is not only June 30th. Today is an essentially important day in Chambers family history. 50 years ago today, Fletcher's parents, Carol and Fletch Chambers, took their own vows of marriage.
Aww.
Yes, today is Mr. and Mrs. Chambers' 50th wedding anniversary. So Fletcher and Carolyn chose your golden anniversary as a perfect day for their own commitment. You have certainly set an incredible example for these Chambers to follow in your footsteps. And how can we not discuss the four beautiful girls that are standing here around me? Not only are Carolyn and Fletcher marrying today, but Violet, Shannon, Kelly, and Kirsten, you are all vital, important parts of this family, okay? So, girls, you remember what we practiced earlier?
No. Yes. Oh, that thing.
All right, everybody take a copy, and we're going to get around the microphone together.
Thank you.
You've memorized it already?
Yeah.
Take yours. You want to hold that? All right, let's come around. All right, you guys want to come back here with me?
Today is...
Wait, come close to the microphone. Come here, sweetie. Come close. Here, everybody get really close. Pretend you like me a lot. All right, ready? And here's the mic. Get your mouths really close. Ready? Ready?
Today
is the wedding of more than just two. We always have fun, but this is quite new. Today is the birth of our giant new clan. It's a great love story from when it began. And so as we welcome a new husband and wife, we welcome new parents whose love will change our lives. Our mother and father and we form intermix. We welcome our future together as six.
I finally made her cry. And a quick acknowledgement, I also wanted to say that Carolyn did keep with some very traditional things here. She is doing the old, new, borrowed, and blue. And just to mention, the old was actually her grandmother's engagement ring. Her new, her mother got her a beautiful pair of earrings. She's showing off each thing here, modeling. The borrowed Amber, where is Amber? Loaned her a bracelet to wear for today.
Where?
And the blue is the sapphires in her engagement ring.
Sorry. Wait, are you telling me?
Okay.
Hey, you.
Carolyn and Fletcher, can you please face each other? And if I can hold your flowers for you, I would be honored. But you can hold your tissue if you really need to. And I was going to ask you to hold hands, but I'm glad you figured that part out. Do you want to hold the flowers?
Yeah. I'll hold it.
You can share.
You can share together.
All right, on that note, Fletcher, you were going to be first. I want you to repeat after me. I, Fletcher,
I, Fletcher,
take you, Carolyn,
take you, Carolyn,
as my best friend, partner, and lover.
as my best friend, partner, and lover.
I promise to comfort you and encourage you
I promise to comfort you and to encourage you
in laughter and in tears,
in laughter and in tears,
in conflict and tranquility,
in conflict and tranquility,
loving you for who you are,
loving you for who you are,
trusting what I don't yet know,
trusting what I don't yet know,
in all the ways that life may find us.
in all the ways that life might find us.
Carolyn, it's your turn. I, Carolyn, take you, Fletcher,
I, Carolyn, take you, Fletcher,
I can't take your Fletcher.
as my best friend, partner, and lover,
As my best friend, partner,
My
and
best
lover,
friend. I love her.
I promise to comfort you and encourage you
I promise to comfort you and encourage you
in laughter and in tears,
in laughter and in tears,
in conflict and tranquility,
in conflict and tranquility,
loving you for who you are,
loving you for who you are,
trusting what I don't yet know,
trusting for what I don't yet know,
in all the ways that life may find us.
in all the ways that life may find us.
Violet and Shannon
Violet and
are on each side of me now.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Will you both accept and respect the love your father and Carolyn have for you and for each other? Do you promise to accept the responsibility of being their children?
Sure.
And to encourage them and support them in your new lives together? And if so, right now, you can say it with me. You have to say, we will.
We will.
We will.
We will.
We will.
We will.
All right, Kelly and Kirsten. Will you accept and respect the love your mother and Fletcher have for you and for each other? Do you promise to accept the responsibility of being their children? And to encourage them and support them in your new lives together? And if so, please say, we will. Can you say,
We will. Of course.
may all of you always feel the love and safety surrounding your home and your family. All right, according to Buddhist tradition, the wedding ring is an outward and visible sign of an inward spiritual bond which unites two loyal hearts in partnership. In Christian tradition, the wedding ring is a symbol of eternity of love. And in Jewish tradition, which I just had to mention, the ring is a symbol of attachment, fidelity, and money. And yes, I did say money. Yes, money in traditional Judaism, the ring symbolizes actually a financial contract. So no matter what religion we choose to interpret them with, Carolyn and Fletcher, let your rings be reminders, constant reminders of what you share together. Let the rings remind you of your beautiful wedding day and the joy of solidifying the love that you have found. Okay, now I'm getting out Carolyn's ring first. I assume it's the pretty one that's going to be matching. It's gorgeous.
So you're not saying Dad's pretty?
Oh, I think they're both beautiful, but
You said like
I had to get hers out first.
Oh.
All right, Fletcher, please
But
take
doesn't
this
it
ring.
really matter?
No, you can wait a second. All right, Fletcher, please put the ring on Carolyn's finger and repeat after me. Carolyn, I give you this ring
Carolyn, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my commitment.
as a symbol of my commitment.
I choose you to be my lover,
I choose you to be my lover,
my partner, and my best friend.
my partner, and my best friend.
May it always remind you, Kirsten and Kelly,
May it always remind you, Kirsten and Kelly,
that you are surrounded by my love,
that you are surrounded by my love,
today, tomorrow, and always.
today, tomorrow, and always. All right, Carolyn, please place the ring on Fletcher's finger and repeat after me. Fletcher, I give you this ring
Fletcher, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my commitment.
as a symbol of my commitment.
I choose you to be my lover,
I choose you to be my lover,
my partner, and my best
my
friend.
partner, and my best friend.
May it always remind you, Violet and Shannon,
May it always remind you, Violet and Shannon,
that you are surrounded by my love,
that you are surrounded by my love,
today, tomorrow, and always.
today, tomorrow, and
Today,
always.
tomorrow, not.
No one but the two of you can declare yourselves married. You begin your marriage here today in speaking your vows before your family and friends. And you will do it again in the days and years to come, standing by each other, sharing everything that life has to offer. Each act, each loving word will be the declaration of the commitment that you have just made here today. Therefore, by the power invested in me by the tri-state area, I pronounce you husband, wife, and one big family. And before we can complete the ceremony, I do have to remind both Fletcher and Carolyn, that you have to please make sure that you change your Facebook relationship status to married as soon as you possibly can. Now, Fletcher, kiss your bride. All right, Fletcher and Carolyn, can you please turn to face your guests? It's my great honor to present to all of you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Fletcher Chambers. Mr. Westwood, if you will all join me in celebrating, the happy couple is going to have their very first dance together now.
So that was awesome.
I'm ready to cry till now.
Wait until after dinner. She's Max, I won't let her eat a cupcake. She's Max, I won't let her eat a cupcake.
Alright?
Oh yeah, she's just mad.
Kids and cats. Let's go eat. No fear. Kids and we go back.
Yes, there's something about it.
No, it's no fire. I think we go to
Everybody's here now.
Now you guys all get back together.
I know.